What's good, YouTube? Nappy192 here, back again, once again. Today, I have a video of sorts that's not really like the regular content that will go up on my channel. It's a response video of sorts to another PokeTuber, goes by the name of 6foot Hacks. A lot of us know him as Leo. But yeah, he uploaded a video titled "How I Feel About My Channel and Uploading to YouTube," and it was a really introspective and candid video where he really opened up and talked about a lot of his thoughts and feelings towards his channel, towards his subscribers, towards the people that support him, you know, his thoughts on the outlook of his channel, you know, the past, the present, the future, all that stuff. And like I said, it was really introspective, and as I was watching it, I really started to think about my own channel and like where I've come from, where I'm at right now and where I'd like to go, because you know, it's one thing for you to watch a video like that, and of course, by the way, his channel and his video will be linked in the description. You know, you can go check him out. He's a really good Wi-Fi battler. But still, you know, it's one thing to watch a video like that from the perspective of a viewer, you know, a subscriber or a fan, whatever you want to call yourself. And it's another thing to watch that video as a content creator, because you can really relate to what he's saying. You can really relate to things that he's saying. And if you are a content creator on YouTube and you know you're a smaller channel or whatnot, I definitely encourage you to go watch the video. Go watch the video, listen to what he's saying, connect to it yourself, take what he's saying, apply it to yourself. As you know, I've said it 4 or 5 times already, it's a really introspective video to get you thinking about your own channel and where you're at and where you want to go. But to that point, I'm sure Leo and I are going to have differences in opinions and differences in outlooks, not only because we're two separate people, but when it comes down to it, you know, we're two different channel sizes. And it's not like I'm trying to like make that an issue or anything, but it is something that's there. So we're going to have two different outlooks on like the community and support and yada yada yada, all that. But we'll get into that. Just like he did, disclaimers out the ass. You know, I'm not here to talk shit about anybody. I'm not here to put anybody down. It's just an expression of opinion. And if you disagree with it, then by all means, leave your own opinion in the comment section below. Sounds like we're doing the top 5 video here. But I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. He started off his video talking about how he's been on YouTube with his channel for 3 years. And even though, like, it's kind of hard sometimes to do a video like this, because it's like you have so many thoughts. Like, I literally just finished watching the video like 5-10 minutes ago, and I have so many thoughts in so many different directions. And some people like to sit down and like write all their thoughts out. That's not really me. That's not really me. I just need to get one like anchor point to go off of, and then I can just unravel the entire thing from there. But yeah, he talked about his channel and how he's been on YouTube for 3 years, and how he's gained a total of almost 15,000 subscribers. And like I said, we're gonna have different stories and different outlooks, because we've come from 2 different paths. A lot of you guys know that I did Call of Duty on a different channel for 2 years on YouTube. For 2 years, 2 whole years on YouTube. I remember I created my old channel, Mr. Nappy192, on September 14th. 2010. I remember that because that's 7 days before my birthday, September 20th, and Leo's birthday is September 19th. It was just a lot of Septembers going on here. But still, I did YouTube on that channel. I did Call of Duty on that channel for a clean 2 years. And Leo, if it makes you feel any better, if you're watching this, over the course of 2 years, I gained a total of 5,200 subscribers playing Call of Duty. Now, I understand the 2 different communities, yada yada yada, you can factor all that in, but still, I spent 2 years on that channel and I gained 5,200 subscribers. And you know, I looked at larger Call of Duty YouTubers and thought, you know, they're complete ass. They're just garbage. The content they're putting out is terrible. Their commentary is terrible. They put no effort into their videos, and they're getting all this support and all this yada 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 yada. It's not until now, where I'm in the position that I'm at now, where I have, you know, almost 100,000 subscribers, that I look back at how I was then, and I sit there and think, you know, I didn't really know what it was to go through that snowball effect on YouTube. You know, it's one thing to look at that bigger YouTuber from that perspective, but it's like, obviously that YouTuber did something to get where they're at. So you can't really just sit there and tear them down like that. And that wasn't something that I didn't really understand at the time. And like I said, now that I'm a larger channel, quote unquote larger channel, which is another thing I'll speak on here in a few minutes, I really see the difference in my outlook on the community and my outlook on my own content and whatnot. I'm a lot more critical of my own content now. I mean, if you went and asked Callum or any of the other PokeTubers, because surprise, surprise, content creators and PokeTubers actually talk to each other and discuss content and projects and yada yada yada, all this. Callum's probably the person I talk to the most on YouTube about it. Callum and Kristin and Jamie. But I'm really very critical of my content. And I really don't like a lot of things about my content. For the longest time, I wanted to stop Wi-Fi battles altogether. Not because I know I'm not the world's greatest Wi-Fi battler. I know I don't produce the world's greatest Wi-Fi battles, but I just didn't like the content. I didn't like what I was putting out. And Callum was there telling me, you know, don't worry about it. Just make these changes, do this, do that, and you'll be good to go. But at the same time, I'm very hypercritical of my own content. Because partially, you know, I don't want to put out shit content. You know, I don't want my name to be associated with this terrible ass content. And, you know, to each his own. Sometimes you might still think something that I think is amazing, you might think is still ass. But at the same time, I want to put my best foot forward and give you guys the best content that I possibly can. Because there's absolutely no reason for me to half-ass anything. It's not. There's no reason to half-ass anything in life. But I kind of got sidetracked there. But yeah, I did Call of Duty on YouTube for 2 whole years, and it just burned me out. I was literally at the point where I wanted to just quit. I was done with it. Like I said, I made that channel September 14th, 2010. I don't remember the exact date that I made this channel. I have to go look it up. But I think it was either in June or July of 2011. So this channel, The King Nappy, was made in 2011. So technically it's 3 years old. This channel sat empty for an entire year. Literally, I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything with it. I just made the channel just to take the name, The King Nappy. And then towards my end of the Call of Duty cycle, on my Mr. Nappy 182 channel, you know, I decided, you know, I want to get into Let's Plays, and that's why I did Mini Ninjas and Dante's Inferno and all that other shit, because again, surprise, surprise, there's more video games out there besides just Pokemon. But yeah, I did a lot of different Let's Plays before I even touched Pokemon on this channel. Some of them have been privated, others are still up and whatnot, but I did a lot of different Let's Plays before I even got the ball rolling on this channel, and probably for a good, like, I don't know, like 6, 7, 8 months, this channel had no Pokemon on it. And, you know, I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad that Pokemon came to it, because obviously it was the best thing that ever happened to it. But still, you know, that wasn't the intention when I made this channel. It was for Pokemon. So, you know, of course, we do all of that, and then a lot of you guys know the story from there on out, what happened with Pokemon and, you know, the ball rolling and picking up and whatnot. But still, the point that I'm making is Leo referenced how he's been doing this for 3 years, and he's only amassed 1,600 subscribers. You know, there are still people out there that can relate to him. There are a lot of people out there that have been doing this for longer or the same amount of time. So I guess the point that I'm really trying to make, and again, Leo, if you're watching this, is that you're not alone. You're not the only person out there that is in that position where you can look at a larger YouTuber and say, you know, I put out better content than them. You know, I get more ratings than them. I do this and I do that. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that, you know, what you deserve and what you don't deserve. It's just, like I said, I want you to understand and realize that those bigger YouTubers that you're talking about, at one point were in your place. And once you elevate to that level, where when you're there with their 20K, 30K, 40K, which you will get there. You will absolutely get there. You mentioned goals and whatnot by the end of the year. Leo, trust me, by the end of the year, you will be at 50K minimum. Trust me when I say that. 50K minimum. And that's, of course, if you put in the work and yada, 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 and you don't need to be told that. And that applies for any YouTuber out there. That applies for any YouTuber out there. If you put in the work, literally, if you put in the work, it'll come to you. But you can't sit there, half-ass shit, and you can't sit there and expect just whatever to fall in your lap. You can't sit there and expect another YouTuber to come help you. You have to put in the work. I mean, for example, it's 5:30 in the morning right now when I'm recording this. You wanna know what I've been doing for the past 6 hours? I did my classwork, and I got done with that, hopped in the Skype call with Callum, we recorded Fire Red, Leaf Green, and the moment we finished that, he started editing his parts and sent them over to me. Then I hopped on Pokemon Coliseum and started grinding to get ready for my next episode, which the finale should be up sometime tomorrow or whatever. And then he started sending me the files. He went to bed. I started uploading videos to Lumio Station, because that's a thing that we have to worry about as well. I started uploading stuff over there, and then I went and checked my subbox, and I remembered Leo's video because he uploaded a couple days ago. I saw it, I dropped a like on it then, but I didn't get the chance to finish it. I went back and finished it, and now here we are. So I mean, it's like you can't sit there and just expect everything just to fall in your lap after you put in 30 minutes worth of effort. You know, you have to continue to push and strive and strive and strive for more. And like I said, I've been sitting here working on videos and stuff for the past 6 hours, and I still feel like I haven't done enough. I'm still hypercritical of my own content, and I feel like I don't like that one aspect of the video. So next time I do this, I want to do this differently and fix that mistake. But still, I'm rambling. That's gonna happen a lot in this video. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right now. Anything that's off the top of the dome is gonna be ramble material like that. But yeah. Like I was saying, the Pokemon happened, the ball got rolling, and last summer I was Flavor of the Month, and that's when, you know, all that stuff happened, and a lot of you guys I'm sure found me last summer, and we just got the ball rolling, and probably from April till September I went from a clean, like, I want to say like 10k to 50, 60k maybe. I don't remember. Oh no, it wasn't 60k because I didn't hit. I think I ended the year off somewhere around 70k, somewhere around there. I don't know. But last summer was a huge thing for me. You know, I was putting in work. A lot of you guys remember we had daily uploads. I live streamed 3 times a week. We had the X and Y roundtables. We were putting in work last summer. And unfortunately, you know, fall hit. People went back to school. You know, I went back to school myself. And, you know, a lot of stuff slowed down. And it sucked. It really, really sucked. And the biggest thing that I remember, the most vivid thing that I remember, and again, this is one of the things I went and talked to Callum about, was when everybody went back to school. It was right after we started Sacred Gold. And a lot of you guys, a lot of viewers may not understand this aspect of YouTube, because this is like a behind the curtains type of thing. When it comes to feedback, that happens primarily in 3 different ways, just on YouTube. Number 1, that's views. Obviously, that's a given. That tells us, you know, a general consensus of how many people saw the video. Number 2 is comments. That's literally the most specific form of feedback on YouTube. And number 3 is ratings on the video. And you know, people, that's why that's why content creators ask you to do all 3 of those things. They want you to watch the video, they want you to interact in the form of a comment, and they want you to leave a rating. Ratings and comments, of course, go into YouTube's algorithms for metrics and yada yada yada, there on, so on and so forth, and that's how channels grow. So that's why content creators ask you guys all the time, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you leave a comment. That's why we integrate questions of the days, not only because we want to help our videos grow and our channels to grow, but there are some of us out there that genuinely just want to hear from you guys, because like I said, that is the most specific form of feedback, is that comment section right there. So yeah. But I think the main topic that I wanted to bring up with when I talked about blowing up last summer was the notion of like jealousy and hate that came with it. I kind of sort of like I said, I kind of sort of based this video off of Leo's video, and it really made me think about my own self and where I came from and what I'm doing coming up to it. Because anytime that you gain any sort of popularity, doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber, doesn't matter if you're a basketball player, doesn't matter if you're a rapper, doesn't matter what you do, anytime that you gain any sort of attention from people, there are going to be people that don't like you for whatever reason. And through various Q&As, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard me say this as well. You know, when I first got into YouTube, back with my Call of Duty channel, I remember specifically when I uploaded my first video, I told myself There are going to be people that like me, and there are going to be people that hate me. And they could hate me for no reason. But the simple fact of the matter is that you can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. It's not possible. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to resent you for one reason or another. And I remember when I was blown up this past summer, there were these people that would, I call them flybys. There's people that would, come up and they would talk to me for like a good week, maybe 2 weeks, and then disappear when they realized that they couldn't get anything out of me. And it kind of caught me off guard at first, because it's like, I'm a real easy, laid back type of person. If you want to come talk to me, we'll talk. I'm not going to sit there and ignore you for no reason at all. But it really kind of caught me off guard at first. But after the second or third one, I really kind of caught on to it. And there are these people that'll come up to you and try and talk to you and try and be your friend and try and get whatever they can out of you. And then when they realize that either you're not giving them anything more, or they're just bored with you or whatever, they'll move on to somebody else. There are those people. Then there are those people that will hate you for no reason at all. Or I won't say no reason at all. There'll be people that hate you for some reason, but they know the reason isn't valid. Either they're jealous of your growth, or they're jealous of your content, or whatever it may be. There are those people that are going to be jealous of you. And it was kind of flattering. I guess you could call that my ego stepping in if you really want to. But I mean, it was kind of flattering at first to see something like that happen to me, because like at the rate that I grew this past summer, you gotta realize I was somebody that sat on YouTube for 2 years and didn't do jack shit. And all of a sudden I'm in the Pokemon community and things are just rapidly taking off left and right for me. So for me to have people that showed signs of jealousy, and you guys know what I'm talking about, kind of sort of like when you talk to somebody and they're really just like short with you, or they act like whatever you're saying just annoys them. They don't have time to reply to you, or for whatever reason. It's like you never did anything to them, but that's just how they act towards you. You can obviously tell they have a problem with you. It was really kind of a new experience for me. It was something that was really, really nice, and like I said, it flattered me because it let me know that I'm bothering you for whatever reason, but I'm not doing anything wrong, so get over it. That's really all I can say. Get over it, because I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. You're the only one that's mad. You're the only one that has a problem. Get over it. But as I blew up that past summer, the best part about it for me, the best part about it can be broken down into two things. Number one, This is gonna be a funny inside joke for the people that get it. Those you guys that watch and probably won't understand it. But I don't want to say that I am responsible for anyone's fame, or I don't want to say I can claim anybody's fame or anything like that. But when I came up, I brought people with me. That was the big thing that I really, really wanted to make sure that I did as I came up. And the people that you guys probably already know. And the reason that I even brought this up is because they've come to me and like thanked me for it. They've said, Nappy, when nobody else gave me a chance, or when nobody else would give me a shout out, or when nobody else would even consider my content, you came along and you saw potential, or you did this, or you did that, and I thank you for it. And those people are the people that were on the round table. Those are the people that you see me do co-ops with, the live co-ops with, anything. People that eventually ended up being a part of Lumio Station. You see, that's that snowball process. And again, I'm just rambling on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I apologize for that. My video is probably going to end up being longer than Leo's, but that's one thing that I remember when I hit 10K especially. I wanted to make sure that I branched out and went to the community. And my main motivation for that is because nobody did that for me. Nobody did that for me at all. And that's the second thing that I'm proud about, is because like there's Kristin. A lot of you guys nowadays think she's annoying, her voice is yada 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 yada. But without Kristin, I probably wouldn't have been given the platform to even be here today. When Kristin reached out and offered to do the black and white co-op with me, and in turn, some of you guys came over and asked me to do Soul Silver, and we did that, and all this good lovey-dovey happy bullshit. She really gave me that foundation. Besides Kristin, there's Shofu. We did Champion together. But besides those two people, there haven't been any other larger YouTubers, and I say larger, and when I say that I mean people that are larger than I am, that really stopped and directly helped my channel out. Like, I'm sure there might have been somebody else like Phoenix Master or Pokey Cinema, or you know, somebody else that stopped by and maybe left a like on one of my videos or something like that. But when I say directly, I mean like they were directly involved with my channel. Besides those two people, nobody helped me out. Nobody stopped. You know, everyone knew who I was. Everybody knew what I was doing, but nobody stopped and actually took the time to, I don't want to say help me, but you get what I'm saying. Like, nobody did that. So like, for us to be at 95K, so when, and this is another thing that Leo said, and this is another thing that I've said since day one. For us to be at 95K without you guys and without your support, it wouldn't have happened. It literally wouldn't have happened. So that's why I say all the time, my channel isn't just my channel, it's our channel. Because we did this. We did this. Not, you know, it wasn't somebody else that came along and just gave me a shout out or did any of this. It was just us. We're the ones that are responsible for where we are today. And of course, you know, Shofu knows that I'm thankful for the opportunity he gave me back when I was at 4K. Kristin, I've thanked multiple times. She knows I'm grateful for what she did, and that's why I reached out when I hit 10K, and that's why I put together the roundtable. That's why I did that, because especially with the roundtable, and I told everyone, like, before we actually went live with it, and I told them all, you know, I said, when's the last time you saw a gathering of PokeTubers like this together? When's the last time you saw all of us sit down and do something? Like, you see people do co-ops every now and then. Probably the most you'll see is like a quad screen quad op, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know, when there's 4 people LPing a game together. But when's the last time that you saw a group of like 10 PokeTubers sit down and do an event together? It doesn't happen. And I'm not talking about like collab channels or anything like that either. I'm talking about a legit put something on for the community. It doesn't happen. And that's why when the roundtable came through, everybody stopped and they were like, wait, what is this? I need to go watch. And that's why we did 2 more since then. And yes, we have a 4th one planned. We just have to again sit down, get everybody together, because events like that aren't easy to plan. But still, you know, that I reached out to Nick, Nexus, Callum, Mo eventually. I'm talking to Mo a lot more now than I have over the past couple months. But I mean, that's really what it was. I wanted to make sure that I reached out to certain individuals. I wanted to make sure that I was involved in the community. I've made a lot of great friends. And PAX is in 2 weeks. And after a year of knowing these people, I'm finally going to get to meet them, or some of them at least. And it feels good. It feels good to know that I gave back. It feels good to know that I did the one thing that a lot of larger PokeTubers, and I'm not naming anybody because I don't hold any resentment against them for it, but it feels good to know that I did the one thing that somebody else wouldn't do for me. You know, it's that notion of pass it on. You know, and I know that Nexus, and I know that Nick, Callum, all of them will do the exact same thing for somebody else, and they have. And I've seen them do that for somebody else. And of course, you know, they've helped me grow as well. But like I was mentioning Shofu and Kristin because those were the larger YouTubers that helped me. But yeah, that was one thing that I really enjoyed. And we've kept the ball growing, we've kept the ball rolling and whatnot. And I know, again, I'm going to reference Leo's video because he was talking about how he views larger YouTubers and he says, oh, I get more likes than them, I get more views than them. Generally his metrics are overall better than theirs are. And you know, that's just natural. That's natural to feel that way. That's just natural competition. You know, mankind is naturally competitive. You know, that's why we have the Olympics and NFL and all this shit. That's why the Wi-Fi community exists. You know, you know, it's just natural competition. So it's natural to feel that way, and I feel that way about certain people as well. You know, there are certain people on YouTube that I look at and I look up to, and I'm like, you know, I want to be at their point one day. You know, I'm already, you know, performing as well as they do, if not better, but I want to be up there with them. And it's not so that I can say that, oh, I'm better than you. It's just so that I can say, look, I made it. You know, I'm here with you. So it's things like that that really weigh on your mind a lot of times, and whatnot. And he was mentioning Wi-Fi battles, and he put this thing on the screen talking about LPers. I'm not talking about LPers that upload Wi-Fi battles, so don't get it twisted. I mean, I know I'm a larger channel that's not the world's greatest at Wi-Fi. I mean, I came up as an LPer. I didn't come up as a Wi-Fi battler. But Wi-Fi is something that I'm definitely interested in. It's something that I definitely want to get better at. That's why I want to do the Battle Spot series. And I swear to God, God is putting all these different obstacles and roadblocks in my way to keep me from doing this Battle Spot series. I swear to God, I'm not trying to take his name in vain or anything like that. I recorded part 1 of Battle Spot like a clean 2 weeks ago, and it's been nothing but difficulties ever since. But like I said earlier in the video, I don't want to half-ass something and give you guys a busted-ass product. So it's really just been kicking my ass to get that series done and whatnot. But yeah, I want to get better at Wi-Fi battles. The Wi-Fi battles I've uploaded so far are just... I don't want to say that they're the best that I've gotten, but they're good battles in my opinion. But like I said, I'm a new Wi-Fi battler. So from a Wi-Fi battle community, I'm sure a lot of the battles people just frown upon. And I'm sure there are those people out there that look at me and say, you know, who is this guy? He doesn't know a damn thing about competitive battling. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't know this, he doesn't know that. And then that resentment follows with it because I might get more views on my video than, you know, you did. And if there are any Wi-Fi battlers out there right now that are watching this, I want you to know, I busted my ass for the past year to get where I'm at right now. I busted my ass for the past year to get where I'm at right now. Simple as it gets. So please don't get this impression that I just came along and just decided, hey, I want to upload a Wi-Fi battle and just smash everyone in views. Or that's not even, let me just stop. Well, the point that I'm trying to make is, you know, I've worked hard to get where I'm at now. And if Wi-Fi is something that I want to get into, you gotta understand, originally, starting off, you're not going to be the world's greatest Wi-Fi battler. I'm sure that some Wi-Fi channels out there, I could go and pull one of your older videos out and make you look like an ass, because you completely forgot about that video as well. But like I said, it's something that I'm committed to. It's something that I want to get better at, and it's just a growing process, learning process. But I'm not going to not upload Wi-Fi battles to my channel until I'm good by community standards. You know, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and if you don't like me, you know, like Leo said in his video, unsubscribe. It's simple as it gets. Move on. Do you. Another thing that I wanted to touch on, Leo was talking about goals. And, I know I mentioned it earlier and I said that he was going to be at 50K by the end of the year. For myself personally, I would not mind being at 200K by the end of the year. That's like a high-end estimation for me. Low-end, I'd say 150K. Because, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. There's always the idea of being optimistic. And there's always the idea of setting a goal and pushing yourself for it. And I don't intend on stopping anytime soon. I don't intend, unless something just keeps me from putting out content, I don't intend on stopping what I'm doing anytime soon. If anything, summer is right around the corner, and I intend to go even harder than I have before, because, you know, I saw what summer did for us last year. You know, I want to duplicate that. I want to take that and make it better. So for me, 200,000 subscribers is where I want to be at the end of the year. Low end, like I said, is 150K. I definitely think it's something that we can reach. And like Leo said in his video, you know, it's something that we can reach with your support. You know, just keep doing everything that you've been doing. If you want to do more, tell a motherfucking friend. Tell them to come check out the King Nappy's videos. Tell them to make a YouTube account. Tell them to get into that habit of liking, commenting, all that lovey-dovey happy bullshit, because it helps out the videos. It helps the channel grow. Simple as it gets. But the reason that I wanted to mention that is because that was another thing that really shocked me as I was coming up in the Pokemon community, was how small the Pokemon community is. And a lot of you guys may not realize it. But it really hit me hard, because I came from the Call of Duty community, where there are multiple million subscriber channels. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know all the channels: Woody's Gamertag, FPS Russia, yada 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 yada. I know I'm just naming the generic big ones, but you know, White Boy, that's another one. But still, there are multiple million subscriber channels in the Call of Duty community. And then if you filter down, there are hundreds upon hundreds of 100,000 plus channels in the Call of Duty community. And then if you filter down from there, there are thousands of channels that have 50,000 subscribers plus over there going on. It's a lot bigger community, because of course Call of Duty has reached a bigger audience than Pokemon does by today's standards. I know there's going to be that one person in the comment section that's like, no, Nappy, Pokemon sold X amount of copies since it came out in 1990, wherever the fuck. And it's like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in today's day and age, Call of Duty is widely more popular than Pokemon is. So that's why the Pokemon community is a lot smaller than the Call of Duty community is. But to that extent, like I didn't realize that when I came over. You know, I came over to the Pokemon community with the same mindset that, you know, there's all these bigger channels out there, and, you know, I'm only just paying attention to a couple of these here and there. And it turns out that's not true. Turns out that's not true at all. As I was coming up, I remember I sat down with Kristin in a Skype call one day. And I've been mentioning Kristin this whole time. If you guys don't know who Kristin is, it's Color Death. A lot of you guys, I just blanked. Anyways. I sat down in a Skype call with her one day, and we were talking about how I'm blowing up on YouTube. This was last summer sometime, and how there are these other YouTubers that are above me, and yada 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 whatnot. And it wasn't a conversation that was like, "Ooh, I'm coming for you" or anything like that. You know, it was just a general idea of, you know, what to expect as I continue to grow. And if you really break it down, and I'm sure I might forget a few YouTubers here and there, but if you really break it down, you have Jwitz, who is about to hit 1 million subscribers. He's about to hit 1 million subscribers. Then you have like Shofu, Munching Orange, Maryland, Poke Cinema, John Carlo, all of them around that area. Purple Rodri. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple people left and right here and there, but you have all of them around that area. And then you got Phoenix Master, Tyranitar Tube, and then myself. You know, that's where I'm at right now. I'm about to hit 100K and step up into that area with all of them. And then after me, there's, I'm sure there might be like Peekawoo. I'm sure there might be, actually, I don't know. I think Peekawoo might have a few thousand more subscribers. I don't know. I think me and Peekawoo are right at the same size right now. After me, I know there's Callum, Hoodlum Scrafty. I think there might be 1 or 2 Wi-Fi battlers out there that I don't remember off the top of my head that might be right around the same size as him. And then after that, there's Shady Penguin. Shady's coming up as well. But what I really want to point out to you guys is how quickly we've gone from Jwitz being at 900,000 plus, all the way down to me at 100K, and then all the way down to Shady at 50K. And I just want you to see how few PokeTubers there actually are in that vast expanse of subscribers from 50K to 900K. There's not a lot. And like I said, I'm sure I forgot, you know, a handful here and there, but there's really not a lot of PokeTubers out there doing what they're doing. So again, you filter down from Shady, there's Kristin, Super Duper Tutorials, Glitch City, whole bunch of channels in that, you know, 30K sub range. And then you continue to filter down. You have Nexus, Nick, JE2 Gamer, Heated Mo, all that stuff. You get even smaller down to Game Boy Luke, Shino World, all that stuff. And then probably a large majority of the Pokemon community are channels that are 5,000 subs and below, or maybe bump it up 10,000 subs and below. That's a large majority of the Pokemon community. And that was one thing that really shocked me. That really took me off guard, was when Kristin really broke it down for me, and she was like, yeah, you know, you're coming up and the community's not that big, so, you know, a lot of people know who you are. And then, you know, backtrack to the conversation about jealousy and yada 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 yada, all that stuff. And flavor of the month right now, Shady Penguin. Everybody knows Shady, everyone loves him. I mean, I'm good friends with him. And a lot of people would think that flavor of the month is like a negative term. I say it in essence of like who's popular right now. Like I was flavor of the month last summer when I blew up. Shady's flavor of the month right now because he's blowing up, and you know, he's experiencing that same stuff. I've talked to him about it a couple times about people that are being jealous and hating on him for one reason or another, and you know, it reminds me a lot of myself when I went through that, because you know, he's experiencing it and he's handling it accordingly. And you know, each time it pops up, you know, he squashes it immediately and just moves on. So it's good to see him handling it that well. But overall, really, I just want to do this video just to talk, because I had so many thoughts on my mind about what was going on, and Leo's video really sparked all of this. Here I am, almost 35-40 minutes into this, just talking for 40 minutes straight. But yeah, that's really honestly just everything, I guess. I don't know where to really end it. His video, like I said, is linked in the description. But yeah, I don't really know how to end a video like this. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I know I branched off topic a lot, and I was all over the place with what I was talking about. But I mean, that's honestly how I work best. So I apologize to those of you that might be lost at some points and whatnot. But yeah, it was really just a whole lot to think about, and I hope that I gave you guys a nice peek behind the curtain. Leo's video was about half the length of mine. He was a little more focused on his own channel. I know I spoke about the community a bit more, but that's really just like my outlook. That's I guess that's really what you could say. He was more concerned about his channel and uploading to YouTube. My stuff is like my channel uploading to YouTube and my outlook on, you know, how things were as I was coming up and how things are currently, and yada 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 yada. But yeah, I don't really know how to end this. New episode of Fire Red Leaf Green coming later today. I mean, I guess I don't know. It is what it is. So thank you all for watching and listening to me for this long, and yeah, I don't know.